Well, everyone, there's some really weird news that just came out today. First of all, it's kind of serious. I do apologize, but the iPhone 9, iPhone SE2, this next iPhone that's going to be coming out within the next couple months, this is going to be probably the biggest Apple news so far. Once that iPhone comes out, it's going to be insane. A ton of people are going to not only be talking about it, including me, but also using it and buying it as a main phone, which is going to be super exciting. Now, as we said before, this phone was set to release Q1 of 2020. At least that's what everyone has been saying. I have no insider knowledge, so I have no idea. But based off what other people know who are higher ups than me, who know what they're talking about, they have been speculating that's going to be coming out within the first couple months of 2020. Now, something crazy has just happened. If you guys have been following the news, which I don't really watch the news that much, I just literally watch Apple News and that's it. That whole coronavirus or whatever it's called is actually plaguing China right now, and that's kind of a serious deal. Somehow it's getting into America as well. So, it's kind of a big deal. I don't want to make a joke about it or anything, but that specific virus, which kind of stemmed in China and some parts of China, somehow are probably going to delay the process of the iPhone 9 or the iPhone SE2. And this report is coming, I believe, from Bloomberg, but a ton of people have been reporting this. So if you think about that, it kind of makes sense. It's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big virus at the time, at least when it's kind of going on now. So hopefully they limit it. But that could potentially delay the process because these phones are being developed in China. These phones are probably, many parts of this phone are going to be developed in that country. And so we've already seen some places being shut down. I think we've seen WeWork, Starbucks, some other places as well. Those places have kind of started shutting down in some parts of China in order to kind of limit that specific virus being spread and hopefully not being able to be spread to those employees. And we could see, these plants that are developing these iPhone parts in these warehouses or whatever, in these factories and everything, they could potentially be delaying the process by, the employees. Hopefully everyone is good and hopefully nothing happens, and hopefully they take the time off to not produce these iPhones, because that's kind of a big deal. We don't want people getting sick and not being able to finish the products or just being sick in general. So the coronavirus is actually probably could potentially be delaying the process and delaying the release date of the iPhone SE2/iPhone 9, whatever they're going to call it. I think they might go for the iPhone 9, but the iPhone SE2 makes more sense. So that's kind of the biggest news. It's kind of some bad news, but hopefully it will get better. It's not delaying the process indefinitely. It's not like AirPower. It's not like they're just not going to make it anymore. It's just based off what we know so far and what we're being told based off Bloomberg and all these people and all these news media outlets, most probably it's going to be delayed by a little bit. The date specifically, I have no idea. If I had to say, I would say about like a couple weeks, maybe a month. So if they were originally going to release it in February or March, which I think is probably a good time frame to release it, they will probably end up releasing it in April. If they release it on April 1st, I would be crying. I would be like, dude, this is such a bad April Fool's joke. Hopefully they release like April 2nd at the latest. I would love to see it sooner than later, but I guess, it's whatever. Plus we have those Samsung phones coming out next month, not even in a month from now. So I have to kind of I hope they release it later on because I want to get those comparisons out first and then do those comparisons later, but I guess we'll see what happens. But that is pretty much it. It's a pretty big update coming from Bloomberg and all these places themselves. So I guess we'll see what happens. But like I said, hopefully it gets released sooner than later, but that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section as well. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so that means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.